Hey everyone, Christian here from CK Wrap. So we're gonna wrap the door on this 2016 Mustang in some vivid satin red chrome. As you've seen in the rest of the videos, super pliable, pretty much laying it down like anything else. As far as like a regular film goes, of loss of matter, whatever, it does damage, it can damage. I've already damaged the front fender piece. I had to redo it while doing it. So we've done that twice, but I know the limits of the film now and we can kind of push it a little bit more. So we just did the quarter panel, it's uploading right now, and we're gonna do the door. So the door has quite a few ripples in it, nothing crazy. I wouldn't say that it's super difficult to do. We've already cleaned it, we've prepped it with isopropyl alcohol, blown away all the contaminants with a compressor, and now it's ready to wrap. This door is magnetic, so which is nice, we can use our magnets again. With the film that we're using is on Vivid's new backing paper. It's really nice. It just remains very relaxed. It doesn't want to curl up on its own. And it's been really a pleasure using it actually with the new backing paper. So let's get started here. There are some minor imperfections. There's a little bit of stone chip there, something going on. But there's some minor stuff going on, and there's always is minor stuff going on in the car. Don't worry about it. It is a car and it is daily driven. If you drive yours all the time, even if it's brand new, there are still imperfections in the paint, all right? So, as I demonstrated as I showed you in the hood video. So we can use our magnets again, like I said. Let's get this film into position. The piece is larger than we need it, roughly a few inches on all ends. The door handle is removed. I've already done a video on how to remove it as well as the mirror, all right? Let's drop that down, relax it. So, I've done other door videos, haven't done one on a Mustang. We're gonna do pretty much everything we can on a Mustang. If you guys wanna check out more videos, hit subscribe, man, because there's gonna be a lot of different cars coming up, and each car is individual in its own way, as long as we're not doing the same car over and over again, which we're almost never doing. So let's start by removing the backing. We peeled the thicker side off of the backing paper. It's the easiest way to do it. And we roll the backing paper, all right? We'll just kind of stick it down a little bit here. That way we can keep things level down here. And we don't want to crease this film. We don't really want to crease any film, regardless if it's chrome or not. It's just excessive work in heating out the wrinkles that we don't need to do. So just keep that in mind. We always want to keep it as straight as possible when we're removing the backing paper. And that way it also doesn't rip. There we go. Got a nice roll going on right there. Almost dropped it. It was close. So let's just kind of glass out the top section here, all right? And we're gonna let this drape. We can easily, this is a different kind of door where we don't have to actually glass it out right across like I normally do, because we have this hard edge here which allows everything to just drape down. And it makes it a little bit easier in a way, in my mind. So, let's just kind of get this there. I'm going to stick a magnet there because I'm just going to reposition this side and I don't want it to fall off. Alright. I am pulling a little bit this in the direction towards myself, but not much. So, you can see that we're kind of going to have a bit of excess film bunching up down here. I wouldn't worry about it too much. I'm not going to worry about it, so we're going to start on this hard edge right here. We're going to hinge it, all right? Let's just fix that up. I'm going to hinge it, and I'm going to work the top portion first, since this is the easiest to get at right now. And afterwards, we'll work down. So keep in mind the angle of my squeegee. I'm overlapping just a little bit. I'm going to So the door with the door handle off doesn't actually lock shut or close shut properly. So it's going to move around on you a little bit. Don't worry about it. Just work with it. All right. So I just want to glass that out a bit there. So I'm going to keep the film up so we can now add a little speed to this, all right? And we can let the air out much faster. Almost at the top hard edge. Whenever you encounter bubbles, it's always good to push down on them. You can go over them with your squeegee. You just have to be a little bit careful, all right? So there's a recess here. I don't want to bridge the gap. We're going to lay it right in, as always. When we go around the mirror section, we kind of want to keep everything as level as possible, because if we push into the mirror here where the hole is, it's going to create unevenness the rest of the way around. So what I want to do is come up around this corner a little bit. There we go. Use my fingers since it seems to be a bit easier to get in there with it. So like I said, keep it even around the mirror. Don't push it in here. Come as you're coming flat across that hole where the mirror goes, all right? So we're at the top. And let's just do that. And that top edge is completely done. After we put the trim back on, it'll be completely covered. So, what I want to do here is, you gotta be careful, first of all, that we don't move the door too much because that will rip on that side. I want to glass it out over the door handle a bit. I don't want to have slack in the door handle. I want a slight bit of tension, all right? There's a reason for that. If I have too much slack, it's gonna be difficult to push the film in there nicely, all right? So you want a bit of tension around that door handle. Not a lot, just enough. If we have too much slack in the door handle area, it's going to make it very difficult. It's going to start to want to wrinkle up and stuff like that, and you don't want that. You're going to get frustrated, and it's kind of like one of those things where you can't do a lot about it, but reposition the entire piece. We don't really have many options with chrome, so we got to kind of get it done the first try. So I have a bump right here. I need to get this out and even all this out a little bit more, all right? So I'm going to start working it a little bit this way, a little bit down, a little bit this way, a little bit down. Just feeling out the film, all right? What it wants to do. We're not trying to force it too much, too quickly. Keep all this glassed, for the most part over there. I'm not worried about that right now. So because if we come straight across here, we can end up bridging this gap. We're trying to still lay it in. Lay it into this gap, but I'm coming up and I'm making it less and less and less right here. See, I'm gradually working it across, and this section down, I want to level it out with about here, all right? Okay, some wrinkles there, so let's do that. Add a little more tension here because I'm not adding enough. There we go. I'm adding too much now. All right, just keep it going a little bit more evenly across the top because we got to have everything working in the same way, more or less. In the same line, all right? We don't want to get too far ahead on one side and then have to worry about how uneven it is over here as opposed to over here. We're almost there. If I pull down a little bit, I can kind of see that I'm almost there, so let's just keep working that a little bit at a time. Another wrinkle there. Another one. Be careful. It's a little difficult to do, but we'll get there. Bring this side up. And kind of round that off still on the top. Now you can see we're catching up to this right here. It's exactly what we want. I can use my squeegee a bit, but I don't quite trust it. I just feel it better with my fingers. So we're almost there. All right, we're gonna fix that up there. We're gonna go over here and do a little bit more, and then fix that up right there. So again, I touched the ground. I always want to make sure I wipe my hands off. Get in the habit of wiping your hands off after you touch the ground. It's a good idea. I want to draw the film in this way and into this recess. Not quite. Almost there. Even when I'm touching the exterior, I always try to wipe my hands off. Higher, even it all out. All right, gotta kind of hold that up. Let's get rid of some of that stuff. That doesn't look fun. Almost there, right here. It's looking good. Okay, keep that rolling so we can keep it rolling over here. A little lower there. Almost there. All right. So now, just bridge that gap a little bit too much. We should be good now. Let's see. All right. You can see how I tackle an area like that. This now, it's not going to be that big of a deal because we're going to pull down this way. If we have to add a little bit of heat, we will. A little bit higher. Pull down a little bit harder. So I'm going to put some body weight on it. I'll pull down a little bit harder and bring it out that way. All All right, that should be all right. Let's see. I'll use my finger just to be sure. Good. Can we tackle that? What I'm trying to do right now is even all of this out, all right? Because this hump here really threw us for a curve there. Changed up the way the material was. Now we are getting fingering slightly. It's not a big deal. It's not excessive right now. I'm not worried about it. It's not anything that I'm not confident we can't tackle. We just have to be gentle and squeegee. Gentle yet firm, all right? And you can see the overlap that I'm doing. It's not much at all. I'm just doing a little bit at a time, all right? Will it end up evening itself out? I have no idea. Could it get worse? Possibly. If it gets worse, we'll have to add a bit of heat. Because it's kind of at a point right now where I'm just able to tackle it with all this fingering that's going on. And you can see how I can just squeegee this. Just keep moving everything down, right? Like it's the film has characteristics to it that allow you to do this. This stuff is purposely built into the film to make it easier to deal with these kinds of wrinkles. And once you learn and get a feel for it, it's just mostly getting a feel for it that it makes doing stuff like this a lot easier. Again, we're coming up to another hump, so we're going to lay it in. This could change things up with the material. I have no idea what's going to happen right now, if it's going to go another direction, if the wrinkles are going to spread out more, or if they're going to get worse. But we'll find out. And I'm holding the film up. You can see that I'm holding the film up. I'm not even adding tension to the film. I'm just holding it up on an angle. And that is kind of the key when we're dealing with all this fingering that's going on right here. And it is pretty extreme, but the film is just working really well right now that I don't even have to heat it or anything yet. This hump, it's going to maintain the same or it's going to get worse. We'll find out. Just watch how I'm dealing with it. I'm trying to maintain a level of consistency across while I'm squeegeeing. This is, in chrome, this is pretty risky right now. It can bind up at any moment, so I'm just taking my time. I'm going to lay down, it's going to make it easier. almost there. So you can see that most of it's near, like over here is fine, most of it's in the middle. It's just kind of the way I ended up setting it up. Could have probably set it up a little bit differently where we weren't running into this, but it's also, I'm also happy to show you that how I'm able to just keep squeezing these fingers out the entire way down the door, basically. I haven't really even added tension. A bit more to go still over here. So if this film was thicker, it would be harder to do this. It's very thin film, so it's actually pretty easy to just keep working out the fingers all the way down the door. And then we have the very bottom edge of the door. It's getting pretty serious down here. All right. I'm just looking at it. I have my blade. I want to put a relief cut. I'm trying to figure that out right now, somewhere around here. All right. That helps. I might end up using the hard edge of the squeegee in a second. We'll see. We're doing all right though still. This part right here, this is the intense part. I'm going to use the hard edge of the squeegee. I won't damage the film if I'm careful. As long as I'm being careful. So when we're squeegeeing the way I did, I'm keeping everything ahead of the squeegee. So I'm keeping all those wrinkles ahead of my squeegee. It's kind of like a wave that I'm just pushing. That's good to go, all right? So, that's all done. We're going to bust out the glove and we're going to start doing all the edges. What I need to do is push this in so I can get a nice line over here. All right, and I'm going to have to hold it while I cut. What do I do with my knife? There it is. So we're going to be extra careful. I'm going to go up first. And then I'm going to come down from about this point here. Super careful, all right? We don't need a lot of excess film to tuck around this door, but we do need some. That's good. All right. Let's tackle the door handle. This is the more difficult point right here, the tip, where we're going to start getting material buildup. This is why I say we need to kind of stretch it over a bit so there isn't too much slack. If there's too much slack, it's going to be really difficult. We're just going to take our time working that, all right? So we don't screw it up. Now, we've got to go in to the door handle recessed area, right? It's not terribly deep, but it is deep enough. So I wanted to work that area first, and I have some area in here which I need to take care of. So what I'm going to do is cut some of that and then lift it up so I can relax the film into there, all right? It's not the end of the world if we get air in there. We just got to deal with it properly, right? Let's give it a post heat. All right, I'm gonna come around the bottom and do up this right here. Get that out of the way. And underneath, which is perfect. You know me, I like to cut. I cut on the bottom edge, but I roll it under. It's still rolled under about 1/8 of an inch. Not like, if you look under here, you would never see any black. It's not possible. It's still rolled underneath, but it's just enough. You don't need excessive amounts of film underneath the door. It's just not necessary, all right? My blade is on an angle facing up. That means it's on the opposite side of the door. Come out straight when I get to about there. Get that out of the way. The rest of the stuff I can fold around. It's easily accessible. I'm going to give that a post heat. All right, let's tuck all this in right here. So I'm going to be pushing in. This gap is super tight, all right? On this one, maybe not all Mustangs, but on this one it's super tight. Top I can access when I open the door, but this stuff I can't really access at all. So I'm just hitting it with some heat. And then coming around the underside, all right? Having a good flexible squeegee for this is important. So I come in with a bit of heat, and I push in, and then I flatten it out. Perfect. Now, we can open the door. After we get it off the panel. those endless seams the endless edge is what I like to call it. So where it just kind of wraps around enough, but we don't have a crazy amount of film on the other side. Again, for me, I don't think it's necessary. Guys out there are going to say that other installers are quick to comment that it's going to fall off in 2 weeks. I mean, we all know how that goes. I had the wheels wrapped on the Mercedes, and those are good. It's actually here because it got rashed on a curb, and it's still holding up. And he just wants to fix up a little bit, and then we did the hood in gloss black. That was it. So other than that, the wheels are good. So I've been doing this for 6 years, and I haven't had any issues with film just coming off from the edges nearly ever. So I can't tell you one time. The only time that ever happens is if you overstretch the film. So again, we're going to lift the film, create a nice straight cut at the back of the blade. It's kind of easier to come from the bottom up. Good, I'll finish off the bit that's on the bottom here. We'll hit it all with some heat, and that'll be that. We'll finish off the top, and then it's just a matter of cutting out the door handle bits and the mirror. Beautiful. And finish that off over here. All right. Let's trim off the top piece. Back of the blade on the opposite side. I will show you this when I'm done. Being very precise. Go over that with heat. Fantastic. I'm going to show you what that looks like. So we have a really straight seam, and you can see that it goes around. It's actually a little excess film right there. I'm going to get rid of that because I don't like it. You can see that the film actually wraps around the backside. So we're good. We're not, it's not like I didn't wrap around the backside at all. We'll cut out that mirror hole there, and that's it. We did the embossing there, that's still there. And that's the door, guys. All right. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you did. If you did, hit subscribe because we've got more coming up, and especially the bumpers, the mirror is going to be different. We're not doing the mirror in chrome. We're doing it in matte metallic black, but I'll show you how to wrap it either way. And door handle I already did on this side, but I'll do a video for the one on the other side. And that's it. So thanks for following. I hope you check out our Instagram at CK Wraps, and we'll see you soon. Take care.